Guys, my name is Frank and welcome to the build, finally, of the little BMW M2 Coupe. Or we really should call it an M3 because, as Chris Harris says, it kind of harks back to the roots of BMW. Manual and freaking awesomeness in terms of driving. I'm not saying the new M cars are bad because they aren't and they're freaking fantastic, but this thing takes it back to the grassroots. So what we're going to be doing today is a drift build on it. So I am very, very excited about this thing. I loved it in Need for Speed 2015, especially with what you could do to it. And yeah, I've been waiting for it to come into the Forza game, and it finally has. So what we won't be doing today is dropping a V8 into it. And I know some of you will be like, thank fuck for that, oh my god. And yeah, that's I'm feeling like that as well. So we are going to keep the stock engine, which is actually giving us 365 horsepower and 369 pounds-feet of torque. So I do believe it is a straight six in this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yet again, I'm not that great with engines, but all-wheel drive is not going on this thing. It's a BMW, so we are keeping it rear-wheel drive. Now, I took a flick down the actual customization options with this thing the other night, and a lot of you on Twitter were saying this to me as well, saying, Frank, you know the BMW has like kind of blacked out skirts and everything? I didn't know that until last night, and I really, really do like them. So I think we will actually add them on. You also get a little bit of a spoiler option as well, or you can go for the crazy freaking Forza wing, or you can remove the spoiler altogether. But what I think we'll do, I don't really know if to keep it the standard, but I do like that look for this. So we're going to put on the little extra bit. This is my favourite bit. Look at that. It actually changes the exhaust a tiny, tiny bit. It makes it a bit more chromish looking. It adds a carbon fibre splitter or diffuser, whatever you call it. And yeah, it looks overall more mean. But this one, I really like this touch. It kind of makes the mirrors carbon fibre and you get a little bit of a side skirt as well. That side skirt reminds me of the 458 Speciale's side skirt. It looks good. I do like it. Now, I've already actually chosen the rims that I want to go for in my head. So, you know what? The day, I don't think we're going to make this thing a max build. We're going to go for a little bit of a different build with this thing, guys. Sport tyres, for a difference. We'll max these right up. 275s and the 305s in the rear, which is actually pretty damn fat for this thing. The rims, I'm pretty sure they're in this one. I think they are. I've used them on cars before, but it just goes so nicely with this car. It's all different spokes and stuff. Where are you? Where are you, my friend? Where are you? But how are you guys doing anyway? I haven't asked you that in a little while, but these are the rims we are going to be going for, guys. That looks so nice with this car, especially from the back. It's kind of going to be a drift slash show car build, so yeah. If I had this thing, I base my show cars on, and I base my cars generally on what I would like in real life, so this is just perfect for me. I like it the way it is. So 19's the now, and I think we shall put it on 20s at the front. It does look a little bit better, and we'll put 20s on the rear. Just gives it a bit more beefy look to it. But the one thing that I've got a problem about with the M2 is the 1M. I don't think it looks as good as the 1M in terms of like bulkiness, because you know what the arches are like on that thing. It is freaking insane for a factory car. I mean, it looks like it's got a rocket body kit on it, but this, it does look good, right? I really, really do like the look of this car, but for me, I think the 1M just looks a bit more beefy. So if they do come out with a special edition, which there is rumours about it getting the engine from the M4, and it being called the CSL. Yeah, man, I am down for that. I think the last CSL model we got was the E46 CSL. So, I don't know, but that feels like forever, man. Feels like forever since we've had a CSL model, but look at that, slammed. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, please. I mean, this would be a really, really good contender for my first sports car, because as good as a 1M is, I want the newest thing. So this is definitely up there for me. But all about that money, man, and I don't think we can afford it. Well, I think I've already put a roll cage on it. Why do I do that? I'm just so used to, like, ripping my way through these builds, man. So apologies if I ever do that. Haha, do. So mature of me. But yeah, apologies if I do that and shove the roll cage on when I don't mean to. Now, this thing's actually not bad in terms of stock drifting. I have driven it around a wee bit. But what I think will make the max is 500. 500 horsepower in this thing. Obviously, I want a race exhaust. 399. I'm trying to make it more of a realistic build, because I don't think this thing would pump out 1,000 horsepower if you blooming done it up. But camshafts always help. 482. My God, that's actually pretty good. We can get the blooming biggest camshaft on there. 390. 500 horsepower on the freaking dot. There we go. Not had a car do that in a while. So 500 horsepower, 441 pounds-feet of torque, and an overall weight of 2,725 pounds. That is pretty damn good. I think we could put on the flywheel as well, because that doesn't really do much, does it? Oh, we've already put it on. Okay. It's just like initiative. It just goes straight for it. But I'm thinking about keeping it in this blue, man. I really like this BMW blue that it's actually came with. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But we'll head into the tuning, see if we can do anything with that. Yet again, thanks for all the help with these tuning bits, guys. These are awesome. Someone was saying for a top speed run, put the 6th gear. It's either that way or that way. I think it's that way in terms of speed, but holy shit! Okay, hold on, I just seen the speed. 202 miles an hour from this thing already, and we've only got 500 horsepower in this thing. Fuck me, right, okay, we'll see if we can make it go faster. I highly doubt it, though. If we can get this thing up to 220, that'll be bonkers. So that was 202, I think that was. Are we making it faster, or are we making it slower? I think we're making it slower, aren't we? 201. Nope, I don't think it's going to get more than that, guys. But I think that's more than enough in an M2 coupe, isn't it? Fucking 202 miles an hour. Fucking sound like DD for the Lemmy show. If anyone comes from Scotland, then you'll know who that is. Fucking Lemmy the legend. Oh yes, but anti-roll bars, we're going to stiffen that up, because that worked so well on the Jaguar Mark II police car drift build that I want to do it again on this. So we shall make it completely the same, I think. 3708, if we can, please. Or 37.2, that'd be good. We're going to slam it out in the front. Make it a little bit stiffer in terms of springs. 64.5 in the rear. And in the front, we shall make it 830.4, I think. That should be good. We can't do anything with the aero. And diff, we shall... Did I put it up to 100 in the jack? I think we shall put it up to 100 in this thing anyway. So what we're getting now, give us some good numbers. I don't think it's going to change. 202, it's the exact same anyway. But I'm going to leave it without any paint job, guys. I might just tint the window a little tiny bit just to make it a little bit better. And another thing I'm going to do is put chrome on the rims, because you know me, I am a sucker for chrome. And that's what I would do with this car if I did have it. So we'll put that on there, and flick our way down the special colours, and get some chrome. Where are you? Aluminium. Gold. Blue. Are we going for Subaru colours here? Blue and gold? I don't think... Did I go by it? I think I did, didn't I? There we go. Look at that. Oh, looks good with them rims. Jeez Louise. Now, can we paint the back rim? The back rim? Is there a rim stuck on the back? Nah. The back spoiler obviously can't be painted because it is carbon fibre. I'm presuming the same with the mirrors, but that is just my look for this thing, man. Kind of sedate, but at the same time, kind of a bit more aggressive than the standard M2 with them little skirts and everything. So we're going to go head out and see how this thing fares. Right, so another thing you guys were telling me to actually do was put a little bit of negative camber on it, so I completely forgot about that there. So it's already got -1 camber on the front, so we'll put that up to 1.2, and we'll put that up to 1 on the rear, I think. I don't know how that's going to affect it, but apparently it can actually make the car turn a bit more in the corners, make it a bit better for drifting, but the arches do hide it pretty damn well, man. I wish the wheels were kind of brought out a wee bit, kind of like the Rocket Bunny cars, but yeah. What I'm going to do is something a little bit different. It's at night, right, but I've never drifted around the festival in a video, so we're going to give that a go. It's the Byron Bay Festival, I believe, but I wanted to stick around that area with like a lot of light so you guys can see the thing, but this car does give me a vibe of Underground 2 about it. It's that sort of car you would imagine just customizing in that game, just drifting around the city at night, so that's what we're going to be doing with this thing. And I love the reflections as well with this colour. It's pretty good, but I think I need to get that perk point that gives you a 6 combo. Ooh. And the noise, I've got to mention the noise on this as well. It is so good. It's that sort of blah, 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 blah. When you just do like a big rev and everything. I'll shut up and let you hear it. So good. I mean, the race exhaust has made it even louder, but let's pull out of the festival and get down to Byron Bay, because I think Byron Bay is going to be the ideal place for this little thing to get sideways, because it's not the biggest car in the world, and I think this is going to help being on the streets down here. Look at the skies. So good. I know I've got to mention that every single time I see one, but they're so good. They're so bloody good. Just like the blooming sliding on this car, man. Oh yes, but I think the Jaguar, I think we're up here on the Jag. I can't remember if we're up here on the Jaguar, but one of the cars got a 75,000 drift combo round here. Oh god, my fault. I went in there a wee bit too quickly. Yeah, one of the cars got a 75,000 combo around this specific drift zone. We should give it a go in a little M2, see what it can deliver. Clutch kicking it like mad around that corner though. Gear. Oh god, 63,000. Could have done a bit better, but still, it's alright. It's okay, nothing to be sad about that, is it? Welcome to Byron Bay. I just seen that sign for the first time there. Welcome to Byron Bay. Feel free to drift your BMW M2 around, where none of the residents will give a fuck, because they like seeing all the tyre smoke and everything. God, I wish there was a place like that in the world. Because in the town that I live in and that, we get to hear all the living cars and everything go up the motorway at night. For a petrol head, it's pure bliss, but for the people living next to the motorway, I don't think it'd be that good, because you can kind of pinpoint the cars that are going down there. It's like Subaru Imprezas or the Yobmobile, Vauxhall Corsas with big fart cans on them. I've seen quite a few actually go down there. It's mostly all Vauxhalls, Citroens and the Chavmobiles. Definitely the Chavmobiles, but you do get quite a few good cars going down there. I've seen a couple of Porsches, I've seen a couple of Maseratis as well actually. It's quite rare for around here. But I think it was Andy that actually posted a picture of a McLaren 650S at his college. Now, big shout out to South Lanarkshire College. That's actually the one that I went to. And big shout out to the guys that actually were pals with me there, because I know some of them still watch me. So yeah, they used to joke and everything and say, like, they used to play my videos in class and I used to be embarrassed as fuck. Bear in mind, this is back when I only had 1,000 subscribers, right? And that was like 3 years ago, I think it was. So it was quite a nostalgic trip when I hit 100k there. So yeah, I was wondering if I'm turning into Barack Obama here. You seen that Vine? If. Alright, I'm turning into him. But basically, I was wondering if they were going to get in contact with me, but so far none of them have. But I actually seen two of them at the Resonate Gaming Festival that I was at this year. I think one of them ran up and gave us a hug, but I think they were surprised the fact that I was on a panel. That I was doing basically interviews with my pals and that, other Scottish YouTubers, for people in the audience. They were kind of taken back. I was like, yeah, it just shows you what fucking hard work can do, man. It's mental, but if any of you are watching, big shout out to you. So I think it's like Jamie, Scott, Gary and stuff like that. So yeah, Big shout out to you. But anyway, getting back to the car. I know I get distracted, guys. I know I do get distracted, but hopefully he's like that. And as you can see by the smile on my face, this is a very, very, very fun car to drive. It makes you so happy. And the noise as well, just blipping off the rev limiter. Sounds like it's spitting flames, but it isn't spitting flames. And it's such a little controllable mobile as well. Just through the corners, you can put it where you want to. It goes round it, sideways and smiling. It does remind me a tad of the GT86. And yes, yes please. And for a car when you've got it in stock power, it actually drives very, very well. I know we're not in stock power right now, we're producing nearly fucking 500 horsepower on the dot, but yeah, even with 365 horsepower, this thing pulls pretty well. It's pretty good. I mean, some cars like the Golf R and everything, they take their time to get off. They take their time to get up to maximum revs and everything. But with this, it just goes. It pulls very well. And it drifts very nicely. Oh yes. 4th gear. Get a long one. Hopefully we don't smash into any fellow BMWs. 5th gear around this one. Go! Oh, I might overclock this one! Holy shit! Okay, okay, okay. And we went for a tumble. We're still going for a tumble. Are you going to land, BMW? Jesus Christ! Woo! I seen that coming. I was like a fucking Final Destination moment. It was like, yep, you see your impending death coming. Knew the back end was going to go up on that, but at least it was fun. And plus, since we don't have any damage, because the damage is off, since we don't have any damage, that's pretty good. Now, I'm in the mood to race someone, actually. And that Aston Martin, since he's got credits, he looks like a good guy to race. He's cruising along surprisingly slowly. An Aston Martin, but who is this? Takoko! Toda Koko! I like that Gamertag, man. Got an itchy leg. Fuck! That is the worst thing when you're recording, right? And goodbye, Sonny Jim. You know I can easily do this and not crash into a tree. Like a fucking idiot. But yeah, it's the fucking hell. What are these trees all about, man? Jeez Louise, but yeah, it's the most annoying thing when you need to sneeze or like itch somewhere when you're recording, or when people try to interrupt you. Because I've had a few people chap on the door for the past couple of days. Just before I started recording, I was like, you are so lucky you didn't catch me when I was recording, because I would have freaking jumped on you. Don't interrupt me, please. Please don't interrupt me. But 50 grand in the bank. Kinda do need it because I spent money on that Cinque that I bought in the last episode of Back to the Future. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see that. And you can recommend any builds that you want to see in the comment section below in this game, because we've got a lot of cars to go through. But one thing we might do to round this video off is a little bit of beach drifting, man. I don't think I've been on this beach in like weeks. Hey! Oh god. Gotta remember it's a lot more slippy here, Frankie boy. This 3rd gear drifting, no bother, on the freaking beach. Such a fun car. But anyway, I'm going to give you my final verdict on this thing. In terms of noise, I love it. In terms of looks, I love it. Even though it could be a bit more beefier. So hopefully the CSL version is actually going to sort that out, which I presume it will. Obviously that's going to be a lot more lighter than this too, and a lot more powerful, thanks to having the M4 engine. But I don't think there's going to be any reason to buy the M4 after this thing comes out, unless you extremely like the looks of the M4, because this just takes it back to the grassroots, as I said. So much fun. But anyway guys, let me know what you make of the little 500 horsepower Beamer, and are you glad that I didn't do a max build on it? Because I've seen a few comments saying, oh Frank, do a non-max build on it. Do a non-max build car. My tongue, I swear to God, I'm going to beat it in a minute. But yeah, let me know if you want me to do more non-max power cars, because I know a lot of people shove max powering cars, and I know I do as well, so a little bit of a change. I'm glad I done it. So yep, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, then a like is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and follow me on all my social media stuff down below. We're nearly at 6,000 views on Twitter. That is bloody bonkers, man. So yep, thanks for all of that, and thanks for the support as always. But we might need to go to a car wash in this thing because it's a little bit bogging. But yep, we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching from me and a little Beamer M2. Bye bye.